What's up everyone and welcome back once again. The last video we were I was explaining to you how we can track the model trainer using the weights and biases, and we were able to achieve that, and we were able to see how we can track the model trainer component of our machine learning model, and we were able to visualize those the different artifacts and in the weights and biases user interface. So it's just a web platform where you can visualize all these metrics. Okay, so I remember in a given machine learning model, depending on how you are going to structure it, you will be having a component, the model evaluation component, where you are going to try and test to see how your model is performing. So in today's video, we are going to set up such that we track the different metrics after evaluating the performance of our model. Again, there is no much different things that we are going to include with this code. So I'm just going, so below you can see this is where we were tracking the model evaluation in the MLflow. So I'm just going to take the same code and restructure or repurpose it so that we can use it, for the model evaluation. So again, let me just copy the entire, let me just copy and paste it. So I just do this. So this is the entire code for that, how we develop, write the code script for a model evaluation. So let me just give a description here. So you can say model evaluation with weights and biases. And do this. It. I think we are good. So this is how we can implement or integrate weights and biases in our model evaluation. Model evaluation, basically, we are trying to evaluate the performance of the trained model. Okay, so again, we start by importing the libraries. So the path, the data class, and some of the custom libraries. Then again, we import the weights and biases under this requirement. Then after that, we create the data class and the model evaluation config. So when we talk about this, just remember the configuration parameters that we must set. So again, for this case, do I need to set it? Don't think I do need it. Do we need the AP? I think we don't need this one. Anyway, we won't be including it. The APIs key. We need this anyway. Let me see. We need the API key. Let me see. Control find. So don't think we do need the API key because this is something a secret. Let's see. Login API key. Already we have logged in, so I don't think we do need it anyway. I'm just going to comment it and remove it for the time being. Okay, so this is the model data configuration entity. So here we specify the parameters for executing this. So for the project name, this is the one that I think we'll need to provide. Yeah, so let's say the one project name. So we can just go to config.yaml model evaluation, then include this. So this one is the same as this customer chan. We can just specify this customer chan. Okay. I think we are good to go. So let me see. I don't think even we included that here. This is the model trainer. model evaluation, one the project name. We can just, let's see if we have project name, no problem. Project name, we have provided that. Project name. I think 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, yeah. So that's it. So these are the configuration parameters. Then after that, we create the configuration manager that is going to read data from these different YAML files, config, params, the schema. Then we are going to create this method that will create these directories and read this data from these different YAML files. So most of the time, these YAML files, we just use them for configuration parameters, setting up configuration parameters. So you can load this. And then after that, so when it comes to the model evaluation, we need to import these libraries. You can see the accuracy score, the precision F1 score, ROC, receiver operating characteristics, the ROC score. And you can see the confusion matrix. And you can see, let me try. You can see the average precision score, and the classification report. So all these metrics, we are going to track them. Then after that, you can now create the class evaluation, model evaluation. Then initialize with this. Then I won't be using the login because we have already logged in, so we don't need to log in afresh. Then we need to initialize this. So weights and biases, we need to initialize, provide the project name. So self-config, the project name. Then after that, I'm going to first do the predictions. So for the predictions, so our data, you can see the xval transformed. So when you look at the config.yaml, you can see we have the testing data, xval transformed, as well as the test target variable, this one here. You see we have imported those. This is the file name that we are going to save the different metrics. For the ML flow, this one we don't need it at the moment. Yeah, so you can see that. So we have provided you can see we are using the validation data to do the model evaluation. And we have also a step model validation. This we provide a new unseen data so that we can see how the model generalizes. So model evaluation is to determine how the trained model is performing, and model validation is how the model performs on new unseen data. So I think that is the predictions. So for the predictions, xval transformed. Then when we are doing the evaluation, so we pass in this. So for the YPRED, this is just the predictions from this data. Then the YPRED prober, we are going to use this for the precision recall curves as well as the receiver operating characteristics curve. So with that, we'll use the YPRED. It's just a probabilistic information that we are using to upload this. Then from there, we can see the model evaluation. So YVal, the YPRED. So YVal, I think this is the ground truth. Then Y prediction is, and the YPRED prober, these are the predictions from the model itself. So for the accuracy, YVal, YPRED, then now you can see the different metrics: accuracy, precision, recall, the F1, then the ROC, and the PR curves. So you can see for this one, you can see we are using the YPRED prober. These are the ones we're just using the YPRED, yeah. Then after that, you can see when we are plotting the receiver operating characteristics curves, you can see multi-class because we are dealing with a multi-class. Then we're using a weighted average because when it comes to class imbalance, then this is the better option. Then we can print the detailed classification report. So we are printing the classification report as well as the confusion matrix just to see how our model is performing. Then once we are done with that, we need to log the metrics to the weights and biases. So we are logging the accuracy, precision, the recall, the F1 score, the receiver operating characteristics, so the ROC value as well as the PR value. Then we return all these, yeah. Then after that, we can plot the receiver operating characteristics curve. So we plot that, binarize the output. Then now we plot that using matplotlib for the each class. Okay. Then after we have plotted that, we log that artifacts with the weights and biases. The same thing that we do for the precision recall curve. Again, we binarize the output. Then we plot that using the matplotlib. Then after we are done with that, then we can log this, the precision recall curve image to weights and bias so that we are able to also track this. Okay. Then once we are done with that, we save the results. All these results, we save them. I think we were saving them to this evaluation metrics.json file. So we are creating a JSON file to store all this data. Okay, then I think that's it. So JSON to store this data, then plotting this, then this is for the plotting these curves. Then after we're done with that, again we finish. And when we finish, we need to finish such that that every run has to conclude. Then we just create this main block, encapsulating everything in this try except block. So that's it. Again, you can see that we haven't changed a lot of things when you compare this code with the MLflow. Just a little bit of things here and there, so that we can successfully integrate weights and biases in when doing the model evaluation. So once we are here, everything is just set. We don't need. We can just create a new, open a new terminal. Then we execute the model evaluation. So Python model evaluation, copy relative path. Yeah, Python experiment. Yeah, this is the model evaluation. Let's go, let me go back. Let me see if I can rename. Yeah, I can rename this run. Then saying it, call it as training example 1, so that we at least be definitive with our runs. So for the training, we just label those as training. For the evaluation, we just label them as evaluation. Again, let's see how this will run. You can see again weights and bias currently logged in as this, tracking the run, the weights and biases version 0.7.6. You can see this is our confusion matrix. You can see class 1, 91, 89, 94. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Then this is the confusion matrix. Then you can see that after that, we are saving this to JSON file saved at this file location. Then you can see we are uploading our data, run history, this and this, run summary. You can see, then they find the logs here. Let's go to our user interface. And from here, let's just, I think this one here, faithful B. Then you can see the training. So let me just do this. For the faithful B, 155. Yeah, you can see the precision, the ROC curve. This is the receiver operating characteristics curve. You can see the true positive rate as well as the false positive rate. For the class 0.92, 90.99, 0.97, you can see how the different classes are classifying the different classes based on the precision recall curve. Again, you can see class 0, class 1, class 2. Okay. And that's it. So this is the F1 score. You can see it's about 91. So once you start running the many runs, then you can see. Let's try to do a second run. Then you can just enter. Then let's try to rename for this run. let's try to rename this one here such that instead of faithful B, let's call it rename. This is model evaluation. Let's call it 001, model evaluation 002, 0303, 4, 5, so on and so on. So let's see if it's executing. Yeah, I think it's this one will be quite faster. So when we think as it need first to log in, find the logs. Okay, so we expect to see it from this side. This is the model evaluation. Let me close that, that it's not visible. Then model evaluation. Let me refresh so we can see the electric due. That is, you can call it a training model evaluation experiment number 2. Model training number 2, this one here. The experiment number 2. Then you can see so this is the ROC curve, the PR curve. Again, you can see the F1 score, precision, the PR, the recall, the receiver operating characteristic, accuracy, network traffic. So these are system related information for that. So the only thing that I do want, let me try to see if we can compare the two experiments. Let me go back to the runs. Yeah, so in the runs we can see, so you can see you can now do a comparison. I think for the first run, this one, I think you can see model evaluation 001. This one, let's call it model evaluation 002. Model evaluation 002. So 002 for the precision recall curve, you can see this one here. So you can do the comparison for the precision, accuracy, F1 score. These other ones you can see. Yep. If you want to add a new panel, so for example, parameter importance, let's try it. But I do think maybe when we are running we are doing the sweeps. Yep, that's where you can visualize this, the parameter importance and all that. Okay, but that's it. So this is for the model evaluation. So we were able to train the model. We were able to track that. So we also tracked the model evaluation. The next will be all model validation. Then from here we start an regression example again to see how we can track experiments in a regression example. So that's it from my side. Once again, I'm very grateful for you taking time to watch these videos. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Then like this video on your way out, share it with your friends and colleagues, and see you in the next one. Have a nice time.